Greetings, religious and splendid people across time and indeed the multiverse. I am Alexander Gordon Johans, and I really need to get a proper intro and outro to this Alex Rants channel. Suppose I'll have to use the old call to action of the other channel. But anyway, so this kind of is the channel that I use when I want to do a personal vloggy thing, and the main channel is busy with proper stuff like reviews and political stuff. So I've kind of had a weird day, a weird sensation, because last night was good. Last night was very good. You know, I wrote stuff of my thing, and I wrote like this, which for me felt kind of fairly good, an epic sort of manifesto speech. You know, sort of like, hey, we will carry on, we will persist, sort of thing. And got that, you know, recorded and uploaded today, so that was good. But I kind of woke up today and I just feel shitty. Really just kind of shitty. Because, you know, I'm trying to try again, right? I'm trying to do the fight and the thing and the stuff, and yes! I am Alexander Gordon Johans, and I will fight and persist, and the trouble is, there's very little that I can actually do, right? Like, there is a reason that I had stopped caring, because there is so little I can do. Like, I have no money. I am an ugly-ass motherfucker. I live in the middle of fucking nowhere, and I can't talk to people for toffee, and I'm getting worse and worse and worse the more time I spend away from other people, and I can't, like, arrange to meet people online because I've got a Nazi hate cult stalking me online. Admittedly, it might help my case somewhat if I didn't keep naming myself after characters from my fiction, but you know, it's difficult. It is difficult, and the thing is that my dreams are so good now. They are so very good. You know. And like, I'm gonna sort of hold my hands up and admit, yeah, I'm kind of a misogynistic bastard, and that basically, like, my fantasies are just like a house full of young, beautiful, bisexual women, and you know, sort of, I'm into microphilia and vor as well. So yeah, the dreams, the fantasies, they are not feminist approved, right? I am a sad, lonely ass, pathetic creature, and my dreams are just like, yes, beautiful women, and then I wake up and I am reminded of the fact that I have no one. You know, I have friends that I talk to online, but it has been so long since I've even, like, hugged a friend in real life. Like, so long since I've shaken a friend's hand, right? I feel like I'm someone lost in the desert, right? And I can see somewhere in the distance civilization, and I'm walking towards it, and I've got enough rations, and I'll probably be okay, but I'm just walking in the desert by myself, entirely alone, in the beating hot sun, day after day after day after day, and I live on the fact that I've got this imagination and I can fantasize about all these things, and then I'm still back in that fucking desert in the beating hot sun, and there's no one around for fucking miles. And it's horrible. It's utterly fucking horrible. And the thing is, I'm not gonna give up. You know, I'm not going to give up. I'm not gonna let myself commit suicide. I am going to survive. I am going to persevere. I am going to make it out of this fucking desert, and I am gonna get somewhere, and I am gonna do things and stuff, right? I am, but it's going to take such a long time, and each day is so tough, so tough, and it feels like purgatory. And my subconscious used to be my worst enemy, because I was so afraid of so many things. And I'm not afraid anymore, because at this point I don't care. Like, well, I'm fighting and I'm trying, but if a car ran me over tomorrow, I wouldn't give a shit, right? And partly it's just, that I have made peace with death now, and that, like, I am an anti-theist. As far as I am concerned, when I die, I cease to exist. There is no heaven, there is no hell, there are no pearly gates, there is no purgatory. There is just boom, gone. And it's like, I have talked about how I feel like life is shit before, and people have said, well, you're in hell right now, buddy, and they say it. There's this sort of sense of glee when they say stuff like that, but, like, yeah, you're right. This is all there is. Once this is over, once this is gone, once I die, kaputski. No more sadness, no more loneliness, no more pain. Just nothingness. Like, not even nothingness, not even void for all eternity. Just ceasing to be. And oh God, there are days, there are moments when that is such a seductive thing. And it's the most fucking white privilege thing in the world, right? I mean, for God's sake, I put it as a fucking punchline in my fucking speech today, that, like, if you think the worst thing is when a pretty girl doesn't like you back, but that's the hell I'm in now. Hey, because I'm okay. I've got my food. I've got my squash. I've got my cakes. I've got good computer, well, good enough. And I've got a slightly mental, slightly psychotic, but reasonably loving family. I'm alright. I'm alright. But I'm alone. And my skin just craves contact. Just utterly fucking craves to just even be in the vicinity of someone else. But at the same time, I've spent the last 2 years in an environment that I control. So actually going out there, speaking to other people, isn't a thing I can do. I feel trapped and isolated, and that there isn't a way out of this. I live, and I'm not gonna let myself die, because damn it, there's a war coming and every soldier is gonna be needed, and I can't do that to my family. But oh god, I wish I could die. I really fucking wish that I could just let myself end this. Because it is the same day after 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 day. Because I have to try so hard just to keep going, and it's getting harder and harder and harder to just keep going, because I can't stand repeats, and my whole life is a repeat now. Right? I try to change it up a little, I try to experiment, and it's still the fucking same. I think this is why my, appetites when it comes to my fantasies are getting more and more extreme, right? Because my real life is so fucking mundane that the fantasies have to be so much more intense in order to bite through it. In order to break through the numbness of this isolation. Yeah. Anyway, there's a new Rome Total War by Many a True Nerd, so I'm gonna go and watch that. And I've got my food and I've got my squash and I've got alcohol, so I'll survive. I will survive. Onwards and onwards. I will survive. Thank you to all my Patreons at patreon.com for helping to make videos like this possible. If you wish to leave a like or dislike to rate the video for my analytics, that would be much appreciated. Comments are always welcome, though be aware that they will be moderated before being published, so please be civil. If you liked this video, please consider adding it to your favourites, sharing it to your friends, or subscribing. If you wish to help me out, or my channels, please consider whitelisting my videos in your adblock software, subscribing for monthly donations through Patreon, or giving a small one-off donation. Alternatively, I have a Steam wishlist for games I would consider Let's Playing or streaming, so if you would like to see me broken before the Dark Souls altar, or just happen to have gotten a duplicate of a game in a humble bundle, then you know what to do. I also have an official Facebook fan page, Twitter account, Tumblr, Reddit and blog, so you can stay up to date with all of my videos, blog articles and the things I care about. Links are in the video description. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I think that all that now needs to be said is ban all guns, institute universal basic income now, and ensure government is elected by proportional representation. Oh, and also, fuck the racists and fuck the alt-right.